Whenever you watch a movie or make your payments online or do some spreadsheet work or anything which is related to technology, everything that revolves around technology, we feel that technology is making our lives much more easier. Have you given a second thought about this? That all the tools that you are using on a day-to-day basis and whatever that you are implementing to make your life much more easier is built by a software developer? Now, in this video, we are going to know about how they are being paid and what are the skills that are required for you to eventually become a proficient software developer. Welcome back to Freshers Now channel, and today, as we have already mentioned you, that software developers are the much more essential tools that an organization needs, because everything the technology revolves around and everything that is built within technology is only done by software developers. To understand this, you have to be understanding about the tools that you are using on a day-to-day basis. How are you making that spreadsheet, and how are you doing all the works which is making everything within a snip of a finger? So have you given any analysis on this, that how is this particular application or a program built? Or are you even an enthusiast in developing such programs or applications for the customer or the clients, or even beginning up your career as a software developer? Now, if you are thinking so, this video is going to be the right video for you, because we are going to understand not only the definition and the skills part, but more efficiently we are going to focus as to how they are being paid. We are going to look into the major cities in India, as well as we are going to cover up how the other companies are paying in the first place. We are going to know how they are being differentiated. Now, when we come to the salaries part, don't just stick on to just one number thinking that okay, I'll be paid this much if I start off my career into this. Be it on an entry-level job, or even if you're starting your career as a junior software developer, understand the skills that and tools that are essentials for you in order to implement them and eventually gain a ton of experience in order to be excellent in this role. With that further note, we would be understanding first the definition part. So as you can see, software developers are somebody who would be designing, and also they are considered to be creative thinkers. So why they are considered to be creative? Because in order to create a particular website or to design a particular application or a particular software program, the main credential that a person or a candidate is to have creative thinking. So that is why a website or an application or a particular software program needs its creativity out. Unless and until the user or the customer or the client will not be finding it efficient enough, and that won't be running much longer in the future. So that is why they need to have this creative thinking in order to design and be innovative enough. They also be having their hands-on experience on putting up their code and their programming languages into action. In such note, it is all about gathering a few lots of experiences in as to how we have to program a particular code and also bring solutions for it. You also should know about when you need to update it and also bring relevant changes when necessary. So all of this are being a part and parcel of a software developer. So the definition goes like this. Software developers are to be called or considered to be design and also building up computer programs. That also needs to be understood. It also be varying into applications or software programs as well. Some developers new applications for mobile or desktop use, while others would be underlying in operating systems. So with that note, we would be understanding there are two types of software developers. So what are they called? First one who are related to applications, and the second one are related to system software developers. So these are the two types of software developers which are existing in the market. Some may be dealing with mobile applications and some may be dealing with system operations. So with that further note, whichever role that you are interested into, you can step into that and be proficient in it. It is not mandatory that you have to pick one or choose one, but everything is going to be out of the role itself. So in order to be excellent or proficient enough in this particular manner, you should make sure that you are having hands-on experience or knowing as to how the variants are being further used and how are the tools that are being processed, being developed, and also should be much more knowledgeable enough as to what you are doing in order to make your profession career much more excellent enough. So with that further note, we would be now understanding how are they being paid. Now before we get into the skills part, you should first understand how they are being paid and how is their professional life going to be. So only then you will be further having a particular interest. Now there might be a little spark in you that it is going to be like, okay, I have to develop this, or if you are an interested enthusiast in building up some software programs or particular applications, now you should also know how you can turn that into a professional manner, right? So in order to do that, you should first well be aware of how you will be paid as a software developer. So as you can see, on an average basis in India, a software developer is being paid around 5,15,000 per annum. Now as I've already mentioned in the previous set of the video that please don't stick on to this particular amount or this particular number. As the source is taken from PayScale, this is just on an average basis. If you need to know about this more enough, you can just check out their website so that you can get a clear, detailed outlook about the pay scales also. So on an average basis, you can start off your career at a good range. Even if you're starting your career at a junior positions level or an entry level job itself, you can eventually, having been provided in that, if you are really interested in it, having the right set of skills and also having the right sets of equipment with you, you can start off with a good range of pay. Alongside with that, you should also have vivid experience, and also you should eventually know how the market is being evolved to, because there would be tons of software programs and other applications which would be emerging into the market. They would eventually follow various other trends and also knowing about various other tools which can be easily accessible to the user. They would be eventually helping the customer or the client to make it user friendly in the first place. So keeping all this in mind, you should start off your career. So starting off your career, your professional career can be looking like this. So I'm not going to tell you that everything is going to be on a high rise or a high paid one, but this is going to be something which is going to give you a little outlook or a brief idea as to how it is going to be throughout the years. And as the graph shows it very clearly, that in the first year or first 1 to 4 years, it is being evident that it is having a steep rise. So that slope that you are going to see is going to take up eventually a high rise or evaluating your career at a very fast paced manner. So when you have come up to like around 5 to 10 years, and eventually that showcases that you are having tons of experience and landing up with various other programs and other applications. With that further note, you would be having a clear idea and the outlook as to how you are landing into that. So that is why you would be eventually understanding how the scope is being built and how you are establishing your mark as a software developer, even though the career is starting on a mid-range level. So you can say that India, being a land of a developing state and also emerging places where there are many national and international companies in major cities, you can eventually know and understand how you can build your scope and then become that one individual who can create a landmark in this particular era. So as you can see, in the first year itself, it is becoming a little bit high-rised, and then eventually in 10 to 20 years, you can start off your career with that. The leap that you are seeing towards the end is going to be according to the convenience level, because once if you keep that particular application or that particular program at stake, nobody is going to be much well aware enough as to how you are further being developing it. Everybody is much more interested and as to how it is being much more creative, how it is being accessible, and how it is being user friendly. Also, it depends upon how creative the website is going on in the long run. So unless and until you are focusing on all of these elements, you cannot reach up to this peak stage, or if you are just sticking on to that and not being further moving, you will know that eventually this is becoming a stagnant role. So the stagnant program or a stagnant application is not the one that the world needs. Everything that the technology or everything that a particular application or a program is running is making sure that the user or the client is being eventually understanding that and making it much use of it. So that is how you have to design it. So this is how your career is going to be. Heading off to how they are being paid in Mumbai, which is going to be the place, or eventually we all know that Mumbai is a place already for many national and international markets or companies. Every company or every organization needs this software developer. So Mumbai is going to give you that particular exposure with the pay of 4,67,000. So that is a good start off. Reaching up to the average pays when we have seen in India, all over itself it is around 5 lakhs. So this is nearly reaching a good on an average pay of around 4,67,000. And next place is going to be in Bangalore. In competition or in a competitive pace with Mumbai, Bangalore also has its highest range of pay, giving its candidates or the individuals that pace of development and a land of opportunities. Bangalore is going to be the place for you in order to give a good lot of exposure in technical related or anything which is related to IT. So you would be eventually knowing as to how you can develop your skills as to which company that you are landing up into. The pay is going to be around 6,96,000, which is nearly topping off the average pay when we have taken up in India also. So Bangalore comes up or sums up to the highest paid software developers in India. Now, again, it will be differing from company to company and also the organization that you are working to. It also differs to the client that you are working to, because according to the client's perspective and the client's need, the fulfillment should be made from the software developer's point. And next, it is going to be in Hyderabad. Landing in South, or if you are a person from South India, Hyderabad is considered to be the best place, because all over the South, Hyderabad is considered to be the core marketplace for many companies or organizations. With that note, the pay is going to be 5,63,000. So that is a good range of pay, right? Because it is nearly reaching out many of the potential average pays which we see in India. All over in India itself, it is going to be charging up with the highest amount of pay. So why not if you start off from the South? Even in the South itself, Hyderabad is giving you that land of opportunity where you would be getting on an average basis when you compare through all over India. The next one is going to be in Pune. Again, Pune, even though we might not hear it a large number of times when it comes to technical related stuff or market trending stuff or the evolutionizing of the technology world, Pune also is considered to be a standpoint where it gives up a lot of exposure plus the opportunity for you to expand your networks. That is going to be the right place for you. So if you are really interested in it, you are just going to have a brief idea or the outlook that a software developer in Pune is being paid around 5,80,000. So this is again reaching up to the average pay how they are being paid in India. Next, we are going to now look into the major place all over India, which every eye sees it as the capital, and also every eye notices that this place is the best place for a person to have his career life or the professional life or as an individual to give a U-turn. So Delhi is a place or considered to be a city where it will give you the right amount of exposure and also ample of networks for you to be connected to. With the right set of network, you will be eventually landing up into various companies, dealing with various other clients, and that giving you a pay of 5 lakhs. So not that just it, but it might not be reaching up to the other cities like that we have just seen, but Delhi is going to be the place where your networks will be further increasing, as many of the markets of national and international basis are being as an emergence there. Next, we are going to know about TCS. You are all aware of this company TCS. As we know, this TCS company is considered to be a major standpoint where every individual looks up into landing up into TCS and starting off their professional life. Starting off in the job market, TCS is considered to be the prior role and the prior goal that an individual eventually has. So TCS is offering around 4,39,000. Now this depends upon your skills. Till now I have mentioned that it differs from company to company and organization that you're working, or it also depends upon the city that you are being landing up to. When it comes to company, or when you see the company's point of view, companies eventually focuses on the skills that you have. The way much more you brush up your skills, or the way much more you are efficient in your skills, you would be eventually understanding that skills are going to be playing the major role and having the major standpoint when it comes to the pay level part. The next company that we are all know and much more aware of, and is going to be for many dreams that comes true, which is going to be Infosys. So Infosys also has its way much of exposure for software developers, which is around 5 lakhs. Again, Infosys is considered to be one of the top averages pay which is reaching out in India, giving software developers the ample amount of networking exposure and also the right place or the kind of thing that it is going to be giving you the particular potential for you to start off your career as a software developer. The next one is going to be in IBM. So these are considered to be the major companies. All of the companies that I've just mentioned are going to be the major companies in India or anywhere that you work. So when it comes to IBM, IBM also has its set of networks where it enables the candidate to know and to give the potentiality to the employer. With that further note, software developers in IBM are being placed with 7 lakhs. So topping off with all the other major cities and also the companies, IBM is giving the highest amount of pay to the software developers, because software developers are much more essential and needed in these topmost organizations or the companies. They are the ones who create and design and implement various other programs for the understanding and also to make sure that the user is finding out it accessible and it is user friendly. Next one is going to be Cognizant. In range or a balance with all the other companies, Cognizant is also making its pavement. So with its pavement, you can see that 6,25,000 is the actual grade pay that a software developer is going to be getting. With that note, Cognizant also is giving the ample of opportunity plus the right amount of setting for the individual to start off their professional life. Landing into job market, these companies are going to be the prior goals of any individual. To mark that note of, they would be practicing and also they would be getting into many specializations plus with their academics. Note that along with your specializations or your degrees or any sort of the academic work or contribution that you have done, only the skill set and also the right amount of brushing part is going to be essential, and knowing and evolving with the market trends will land you with this pay. Next off, it is in Accenture. Accenture is also considered as a competitive and also one of the top most paid companies in India. So Accenture also gives up that land of exposure which gives around 5 lakhs. Topping it off with all the other averages pay in India, Accenture also comes up into the same pace. With its pay, you can see that 5 lakhs per annum is the pay that a software developer is being paid in India. Now, this particular organizations or the companies that I am mentioning can be differing from place to place. You can land up in Delhi or Hyderabad. No matter what, according to your skills and the tools and how you are evolving with the market trends is considered to be the standpoint. Next, it is in Amazon. Now, Amazon tops off with all the others because Amazon is a website itself, is a program, is a particular application itself, because that particular application needs software developers to make sure that particular program or that particular application is running efficiently. Amazon is used day-to-day basis, be it national, be it international, no matter where or which place that particular person is being placed. No matter which city that you're belonging to, Amazon will give you the right placement and also will give you the right set of exposure and the level wise upgrade. You can see that in Amazon. With that note, Amazon is paying nearly 13 lakhs per annum for a software developer. So how good is that? Landing up to the application itself is going to give you a mere amount of exposure plus the right amount of networking. From this part, we are going to understand what are the skills that are essential for you to become a software developer. Now, these tools and the points that I am going to mention are considered to be the parameters that you need to reach. Unless and until you don't have the right amount of understanding as to how you have to start off with your skills, you either need to have an IT related degree or you either need to have an interest in order to become a software developer. If you are really a candidate that is willing to develop a particular program or an application and give it to the users or to the clients, you are the right person to start off your career as a software developer. With these right of skills, you can have to start implementing them. You no matter start with particular mere set of organization or a startup company, you should eventually know where you want to be placed. That is the major part. So, what are the skills that are essential for a person to become a software developer? The first one is aptitude. Mathematical aptitude is essential. Problem solving skills, because this evolves to critical analysis of a particular program, knowing as to how the codes are being processed, knowing the program's level and what are the updates that are essential, knowing when and where, why the particular update is needed. So all of this is taken into account. Programming languages that are required for you to develop that particular application or a program. So programming languages are considered to be the core essential part in order to particularly develop that language. So that is going to be the foundation of starting your career. Excellent organization skills and also time management. So as you would be working up with various other organizations or companies or clients, you would be eventually knowing as to how you are able to manage your time. Unless and until that, you would not understand and not be clear enough as to how and why you are programming that in the first place. So in order to be organized and knowing your time management well, you should know the documentation process. So documentation or reporting is essential for the particular person or the individual to be very clear enough as to what work you are doing and when it needs to be delivered. Accuracy and attention to detail. As you would be further designing, developing, implementing, creating, all of these need the foundational basis, which is accuracy. Accuracy will give you the right set of amount of attention to the particular application or a program. So you would be knowing as to what are the necessary changes that needed and what are the necessary changes that needs to be brought in the future. So with that point of view or with that stand note, you can understand what are the particular things that need to be changed and what doesn't need. And with this note, you can also eventually brush up the versions of control. Knowing versions of control will help in knowing where the code needs to be broken and where it needs to be detached with. So versions of control will eventually help you to understand various levels and various other changes, and the necessary changes needs to be brought in which particular code. And next one is understanding the latest trends and their role. So throughout the video, I just keep mentioning that you have to be evolving with the market. Why? Because there would be various other particular application or program which would be 10 times faster than what you have been designing. So you should be having a well awareness as to how they are being developed with and what are the tools that they are using. Not that you have to copy them, but you have to make sure that you are much more eventually in a fast forward pace. With that note, you should also consider how the user is finding it. So the next one is teamwork skills. You are not just a single person that you would be working up in developing the particular whole program or a particular application. a set of team will be given to you or directed towards you, or you yourself need a particular team in order to work efficiently. So with this team skills, you should also have interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills will help you to understand what is the perspective of the client, or what is the perspective of the team wants it to be, and how the team wants that particular program needs to be designed to. So in order to understand all of this, you need to have efficient communication and also the knowledge and understanding and the patience to understand the perspective of the other individual. Self-development skills in order to keep up to date with this running up technology. As the world is in a fast-paced technology mode, you should also turn on your mode to update yourself. Updating yourself and self-development is essential and plays a crucial role as a software developer. So these are some of the skills that you need to take up into consideration. The next section that we are going to look into is what are the problem-solving skills that the software developer needs to inculcate. Previously, we have just seen the skills part. What are the problem-solving skills? Why are these essential? Problem-solving skills are something which are essential on a day-to-day basis, because when you need the particular program or an application to be updated, you should know why and which part needs to be updated and when it needs to be updated. Is it essential or not? Or if a particular program is arised or a particular problem is being come into existence, you should know as to how you are treating it in the first place. You should know as to how you are dealing with and how you are being processed eventually. So problem solving skills are considered to be the major part and parcel of a software developer's professional role. As software developers are further to be dealing with various other clients or their users, they should understand the perspective of the users. So problem solving skills is going to be the major concern and landing up into the major credential of a software developer. Then they would be also figuring out as to how humans solve the problems, and then they would be finding efficient ways and standardized ways. In order to make that, you should understand the problem perspective, knowing how it is going to be resulted, knowing the results, plus you should also know as to how this is bringing an output. The output based network is considered to be the line of thought that a software developer needs to be processing with. Both the problem and the solution into code that a computer can be used to solve the problem, as well as making sure more than a person, a computer or that particular program needs to be meeting the needs of the users. So eventually you will meet the needs of the users, you would solve any issues that is running along with the program. You should also know what are the bugs that are being into it, and also you should troubleshoot, bringing up with creative and effective solution. Plus with all of this, you should eventually know how within less period of time or space you are making sure that particular program or application is being further developed. So the fast or a quick based solution is what a company or a client needs. The next set that we are going to know is what are some of the programming languages that you need to be well aware of. These coding languages will help you to start off your career first. Now, if you already have been learning these languages in your undergrad or having specializations in them, any of this would work, because learning Java, Python, C, C++, all of this will help you to enable to make your programming language to work efficiently, because as I've already mentioned, programming languages are going to be the foundational core understanding and foundational basis for you to start your career as a software developer. Unless and until you do not understand how a particular program is being implemented, the pathway to that is going to be a programming language. In that itself, these versions of control also will come into existence. Knowing where and when to give your update, knowing how to process it, knowing where and what to implement, knowing what are the changes, knowing as to what can be done in the future, and also making it much more editable enough. So that is going to be the prior understanding as to why you need the programming languages in the first place. The next one is going to be the accuracy and knowing about the competent level of a software developer. So developing a strong attention to detail that is going to make you much more efficient and proficient enough in the role that you are doing, and also it will increase your productivity, whitelist, reducing your likelihood errors, and also with this attention to detail it will bring up the quality of the work that you are doing. Plus, with all of this, you would be also understanding the problem areas. Problem areas or problem errors would be understood for you to make sure that particular version needs to be changed or that particular thing needs to have a deduction from it. And what is closely linked with this, what needs to be decluttered, and that skill is considered to be a desirable role or a desirable placement for various other companies or organizations, and that is how you are being placed with a good amount of pay. The next set is going to be the work environment. So how is the work environment going to be, where you are going to be landing up? If you are working as an individual, now that is a whole other story, but if you are landing up in various other companies or organizations, have a look at this. Software developers, they usually work in various other settings or considered to be office settings that can be working in remote setting also. They would be performing various other duties on computer, knowing about the trends, plus the implementation of patterns, and eventually on an average basis they would be working around 40 hours per week on a regular business hours, and also meeting the needs of the client, it would also demand you to work on weekends also. So it is always going to be a busy schedule being a software developer, and trust me, it is not an easy task because the world runs on technology. The world needs software developers. Technology is a never-ending thing, so is software developers also. So that is how an unexceptional case is going to be landing up a software developer too. These are some of the teamwork skills that you have to be partnering up with. Interpersonal skills are going to be the foundational goals. So apart from these interpersonal skills, some of them are communicational skills. Why are communicational skills important? So as I've already mentioned, you are not the single person who would be just designing and creating and then implementing it and then you can dust off your hands from it. That is not how it works. So being a software developer, you will be dealing with tons and networks of people. You can't just sit and keep explaining to them at every single process that you are undergoing through and every single thing that you are implementing to. At some point or some stage of your work, you need to make sure that you are giving them the right and the ample amount of understanding, and where that understanding needs to be turning out into a certain amount of wisdom. So this is how you need to be processing. That is why communication skills are considered to be the major prior rule. Through communication skills itself, you will be understanding the perspective and making it free and accessible for the client to be making that particular conversation to be running on a smooth and efficient manner. So communication skills or interpersonal skills are much more essential. The second one is presentation skills. So you have developed everything, you have put a particular application into existence, now it is ready to get out into the world and the users are waiting or the world is waiting for you to implement or to use your application and to know its productivity. You know, you are on that top notch of thing. But before you do this, you have to make sure that you are presenting it well. So if the world is waiting on you, on your application, but it is not well presented, then that is not going to be taken off on a high scale. It doesn't mean that you have to place a red carpet or make it much more, varied enough. The variant that you are going to show is to how you are meeting the needs of the user, how you are much more concerned with the user needs, plus how well you are making people or making the world as your priority. These are the three main core elements that you have to implement in your presentation part. The presentation also includes as to how well that you are designing it. So designing your presentation also is going to be considered as a major standpoint, because through presentation itself, the eyes of the globe is going to have a major kind of attitude towards it, and making sure that particular application is being further developed. Unless and until that, you would be not knowing as to what the user needs, what the client needs, or you would not just be as rude and arrogant enough if your presentation is not proper. The next one is decision making. Decision making comes up where problems arise. As organization needs time-spaced solutions, so decision making skills come into existence. For a quick and a time-based solutions, these decision making skills would be helpful and essential enough for you to understand it, and also for the others also to understand it eventually. On a balanced pay or a balanced scale, you should also know as to yourself is not the one who is taking up all the decisions, but your decisions should make an impact. Your decisions must be clear. Your decisions must also make the other individual to understand why you have taken that particular decision. So when issues arise in the particular program, you should make sure that you are eventually developing it. Next one is conflict resolution skills. As you would be working up in a team, there would be many other opinions and suggestions would be coming down into your ears. When you hear all of those opinions or suggestions, you can't just go on with everything that you hear or everything that people suggest you, right? So you need to have that conflict balance, not getting into an argument, understanding perspectives, understanding the need and the criteria. You should set all these parameters and then take the decisions. Next one is rapport building skills. Rapport is something where every individual needs to have. Be it on a junior level or be it on a senior level basis, a software developer needs to have this, because rapport is itself will help you to get together and bring up fast-paced solutions or the output that needs to be done. Unless and until you build the rapport properly, you would be eventually not knowing. Listening and feedback skills also come into this decision making and communication. Interpersonal skills covers up all of this listening and feedback skills, because as much as you listen, that much you have to give your feedback, because you can't just listen and put everything into action or take your own decisions. Giving feedback is considered to be a responsibility. A responsibility which needs to be taken up by a software developer. So giving feedback will enable them to have a clear outlook as to why you have taken that decision. So all of this is going to be on a same packaged level. Next is organization skills. Organization and time management are considered to be the major outgrowth of a software developer. Unless and until you document or report everything on a particular sheet or a piece of paper, you would be not understanding what are the steps that you have taken, what are the processes that you have undergone to. So all of these are going to be included in this organization skills itself. The next one is going to be the types or what are the roles which are aligned or assigned to it. So we have just known there are just two types, major types, and these are other job roles or the job types which are associated with a software developer. A software developer can also be considered as a front-end engineer, back-end engineer, full-stack engineer, software engineer in test, DevOps engineer, security engineer. So these are some of the things which are aligned to the job role. If you want to know everything in detail, stay tuned for more videos like this, because we are going to cover up many other job roles and how are they being skilled up, needed, and also being placed. Well, we have come to the end of the video, and I hope this is a bit insightful for you, and at least to all the freshers, at least who are starting off their career and just finish your degree and not knowing where to land up. I think this is going to be useful for you, because you would be knowing your niche, knowing your level of prioritizing career path, and then taking up a decision properly. So with all these notes or the key points that I've given you, you can consider them and then take your efficient career path. If you have any other suggestions to make, please put them in the comment section. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Consider subscribing as well, and thank you for watching.